Stories often tell us about kings with big crowns and warriors with sharp swords, but the greatest heroes are sometimes the ones who fight with their hearts, their wisdom, and their courage. Long ago, there lived a woman who did what no army could do. She faced danger, risked her life, and gave up the most precious thing she had, all to save her people. This is the legendary and true story of Queen Moremi of Ile Ife, one of the bravest women in all Yoruba history. Many hundreds of years ago, before our great grandparents were born, the great city of Ile Ife stood peaceful and proud. This is the land Yoruba people call the place where the world began. The people farmed yams and cocoa, wove beautiful clothes, and lived happily under their king, Oramiyan. But for a long time, their peace was broken. From across the wide river came a group of people called the Ugbo. They arrived at night, covered in huge, thick costumes made of raffia grass. They looked like giant spirits from the forest, so tall and strange that no one could see their faces or tell who they really were. Every time they came, they burned huts, turned food, and carried people away. The warriors of Ife ran out to fight them with their spears and bows, but whenever they saw the strange giants, fear froze their hands. Their weapons seemed to do nothing. The elders sat under the ancient trees and shook their heads. These men are not men. These are not men, they said. These are spirits. We cannot win against spirits. Day by day, the people grew sadder. Children cried at night. Mothers held their babies tight. Everyone wondered, will we ever be free again? Among them was Moremi. She was gentle, but her eyes were sharp and her mind was strong. She later became the wife of King Oramion. She watched her people suffer and her heart felt like it was breaking. She thought, if we run, we lose our home. If we fight, we lose our lives. But there must be another way. One evening, when the sun turned the sky orange, Moremi walked down to the banks of the Esimirin River. The water moved slowly and the wind whispered through the reeds. She knelt down and spoke quietly to the spirits of the river. Great spirits, you see everything. You know how much we suffer. If you show me the secrets of these raiders and help me save my people, I promise to give you the most precious thing I own in all the world. She did not name what the thing was, but deep in her heart, she knew exactly what it would cost. A few weeks later, the Ugbo raiders came again. Drums beat in alarm. Smoke rose from the edges of the town. But this time, Moremi did not run. She walked calmly towards the raiders and let herself be taken. They carried her across the river to the other camp. Most people would have trembled with fear, but Moremi kept her head high. She was polite, quiet, and clever. Slowly, she won the trust of the leaders. For days, she watched everything closely, and then she saw it. When the raiders took off their costumes to rest and eat, they were ordinary men. They were not spirits at all. That night, Moremi slipped away. She walked through the dark forest, crossed the river, and ran straight back to Ile Ife with the truth. When the raiders came again, they expected the people to hide and tremble, just like always. But this time, the gates opened and the people did not carry spears. They carried dry sticks, palm fronds, and torches lit with fire. As soon as the raiders stepped forward, the people threw the flames. In seconds, the dry grass costumes blazed up like giant bonfire. The giant screamed. The giant screamed and pulled the burning clothes off. Everyone saw them clearly. They were just men. All the magic and fear vanished in an instant. The warriors of Ife stepped forward, and the raiders turned and ran. They never came back to trouble Ile Ife again. That night, the whole city sang and danced. King Oramion held Moremi's hand and said, "You have saved our home forever." But joy turned heavy when Moremi remembered the vow she had made. She went back to the river, and the spirit spoke clearly. "You asked for the safety of your people. The most precious thing you have is your only son. Olurogbo, give him to me." Moremi fell to her knees. Olurugbo was her whole world, her beautiful, kind little boy. But she had given her word. In Yoruba tradition, a promise made to the spirits cannot be broken. She went home, held her son close for the last time, and told him, "I do this so that no other mother will ever lose her child to fear." With tears that did not fall, she kept her promise. When the people learned what she had done, they wept. They gathered around her and said, "You gave your own child so that we could live. From today, you are no longer just a mother to one. You are the mother of all of us." For hundreds of years since then, every child in Ile Ife has called Moremi our mother. Statues stand in her honor. Festivals are held to remember her, and her story is told to every generation. So we never forget what true sacrifice truly looks like. Queen Moremi did not need magic to be great. She only needed courage, wisdom, and love for her people. And which other great Yoruba legend should I tell next time? Thank you for watching.